Hello.
Hello, there we
Hi.
are. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to
human.
Now That's Disney's Disney Night Live. What's going on? Hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday.
So far, so good.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Good. Cheers.
Yep.
Nothing crazy
Cheers to
yet.
everyone.
We,
Yeah.
we've got Kim, Disney, Don, Aaron, and myself with you tonight on Now That's Disney's Disney Night Live. Kim is playing the role of Skipper J tonight. She's going to run the comments for us. And we have great topics for you tonight. We have two topics.
Actually, I'm playing the role of supervisor. Sorry, honey. Because the past couple of weeks have been a little out of control.
Well, you could also click on the comments and help us out that way. And so we are a little bit of troublemakers here.
In my defense, it was their fault.
It is our fault. I apologize for that.
Donald. They're suspended. You'll have a minor detention.
Yeah, right. I'm innocent in all of this. So our topics tonight, we're going to talk a little bit. Universal's going to get into the D23 topics. What is going on with my computer? Everything is spinning tonight. I apologize. There we go. It looks like we're back and I'm okay. I'm getting a low Wi-Fi signal here if there's any issues. There we go. All right. So again, we're streaming live. If you could please share us out. We are Now That's Disney's Disney Night Live. We're a live show every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, streaming to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We've also got a podcast, which is this show, but just the audio. We have a YouTube channel that you should subscribe to. A lot of different things. We also have an amazing sponsor in dmagicworld.com, 24/7 streaming Disney music magic. I'm clicking on stuff here, and there it goes. It looks very delayed tonight on my end. This is our friends here, 24/7 streaming Disney music magic, dmagicworld.com. We want you to tune into them. Go listen to them. They have two great channels. They have park music. They have movie music. And they are a lot of fun. So as I'm trying to get these banners off the screen that are scrolling down there that haven't stopped yet, my computer is pretty frozen right now. So again, I apologize for any technical difficulties you might be seeing. Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues here. I can't seem to get rid of these banners. Okay, there.
You need help on my
end? I think I got it. There we go. All right, back to dmagicworld.com. Please get in touch with D-Magic World and let them know what you want to hear. They take requests. You can do it right on their website, dmagicworld.com. Again, streaming Disney Music Magic. Click on that Now That's Disney tab up top, takes you right to our Facebook group, and put in a request, whatever you want to hear. I do it all the time. I know Skipper J does. I know Alan does as well, Professor Alan. So give them a listen and let them know that we sent you there. Let's see if this goes away. There it goes. All right. Well,
one thing at a time.
Issues on my end here. Very bad Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I just
that banner seems to still be going at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. There it
goes.
I just wanted to ask, did you turn the music off?
Me?
The music is off, right, Kim?
I did. Yeah. I turned the music off. You don't hear it, do you?
All right.
Well, we didn't hear it last time either.
No.
Oh, really?
No, other people heard it. Yeah.
I think I did. I'm new to doing the controls, so I'm like, too much pressure. But yes, I turned it off. It's paused, I think.
All right, great. Thank you. Kim, if you can manage the comments, I can't get anything to come up and down that quick on my computer here.
All right.
Are you waiting?
You got it.
Click on them. All right. So you got some comments there. So there you go.
That's
great.
Francis Mendoza Blaney. Hi, Francis
Hey,
Mendoza.
hello to Vinny Keller. My cousin Vinny's watching. What's up, Sarah Jane, Jody Rice? Hey, Alan's watching. Wow, that's weird
Hello,
to have
Professor
watching.
Allen.
I know. What's up, Professor Allen? We're going to be talking some HHN here. I know a little bit about HHN because I watch a lot of vlogs, and a lot of the vloggers, YouTube vloggers, not only do Disney, but they go to Universal Studios, and HHN is huge for them.
Yes.
And I know that, Aaron, you've been going there basically since it opened, which was last weekend?
Last
Saturday?
Friday. Yes, I've gone every day that I can since last Friday. Today is actually my first off day from it due to the fact that my pass, I did not purchase the one with Saturdays. So this is the day, but I will be there tomorrow. So I'm there every day.
So the
Nice.
pass that you purchased,
Yeah.
what does it entitle you to, and what was the cost point?
Yeah, so I got the Frequent Fear Plus Pass, which is, since it is a separate ticketed event, both here in Florida and in California, there's multiple different you can do day tickets, but also there's annual passes for it, but just per that year. So the one that I got is the one right below the everyday pass, which is all the days every week that you can go, and mine was with tax about $320.
Wow.
The one with all the
You
days.
got a lot of usage.
Oh yeah, I've already got my money's worth out of it just from from opening weekend to this weekend so far. And then the top one, the Frequent Fear Plus, whatever, Premier, whatever, is a little over $400 now.
Wow.
So you're allowed to go how many days a week?
I can go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So 4 days a week. It is Wednesday through Sunday, that whole time frame, but I can only go those 4 days. And then Monday and Tuesday are off from the event. So that's like their rest time for their performers. That's their day off. I mean, most of them have jobs, so they're always going to be working. But if they act as if that was their, seasonal gig or whatever like that. But it's crazy.
Fun. I'll have a lot of questions for you because I've never gone.
We do. Here's Aaron. I guess this is one of the scare zones that you're walking around in.
Yes, this is the Vamp 69 scare zone. So it's a vampire themed in the 70s. Well, it's 60s, like it's 1969. But this is one of the vampires there. I asked them to take a photo with me real quick, and they were saying, you can't see me because I'm a vampire. And I was like, well, my phone's magical, so just take a photo.
Right. It's a vampire phone. Yeah, Aaron sent us a bunch of photos and videos, and man, let me tell you, some of the vlogs I watched the first couple nights, the lines were crazy. People were really out of control to try to get in there. So
it is insane. What's really nice is this past week I have guests in town, and their mom is with them, and they have the disability pass, the attraction assistant pass, and it's a whole new method at Universal how to do that. But that has been nice this weekend to kind of make sure that they have been able to get through all the houses. Now we've done the whole weekend, so they've done Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we'll be there tomorrow. But that has been helpful for their short time to get through a whole bunch of stuff. So that's really nice.
That's very useful. There's there's 10 houses. If I have my count right. So I'm just going to go real quick through the descriptions. There's the Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. There is Stranger Things 4. There's The Last of Us, which is based not only on the series but the video game as well. There is the Universal Monsters Legends Collide at Halloween Horror Nights. No, that was 2022. There's The Exorcist Believer.
Wow.
There is Universal Monsters Unmasked.
Yes, that's this year's.
That's this year's. There's Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. Dueling Dragons Choose the Fate. And the Yeti Campground Kills, which the Yeti has been there as well some years, right? I remember Yeti House.
Just 2 years ago.
And the Darkest Deal. Blood Moon Dark Offerings. There's
Yes.
also scare zones. So there are, I believe, 3 scare zones, right?
1, 2. There's 4.
4 scare zones.
Yes.
Okay.
Zodiac.
Yeah, right.
Zodiac, Vamp 69, Shipyard 32, and Jungle of Doom.
Okay.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
And
What is a scare zone?
So Scare Zone is a area dedicated on the pathway throughout the park that is dedicated to getting scared, and they are all themed. Typically, they're random themed, but this year, everything has to do with Dr. Oddfellow, which we can touch on later. But he is like every year there's an icon for Halloween Horror Nights, and we always know like Jack the Clown. There's Chance, and there's the butler, the director, there's a whole bunch of them from the past, but this year is Dr. Oddfellow, who is kind of like a oddities circus ringmaster, who gains his
power. He's from the Zodiac, harnessing his power from the Zodiac. It says, right?
Yes. And so what's really cool is that in the Jungle of Doom, at the beginning of the scare zone, he has like a whole like show area that's not like timed. It's like it just happens whenever, and he's like looking through these archways and stuff. Like it's just a small stage ish, and then he finds this glowing gem, and he starts laughing maniacally, and is like that's where he's getting his power from. But his base is from the Zodiacs, so that's really cool.
So is that character a character from a movie, or is that just made up?
Made up.
Okay, because a lot of the names of some of the houses I recognize, and then others I was like, never heard of that. So
some of the houses are original. Some of the houses are Universal's ideas. Some of the houses are based on the shows and movies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's 5 majors and 5 originals.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So they put a lot of time and effort into this. I've also seen a gentleman going around, a creepy guy in a pumpkin suit, which I think you might have something here of him, and it might be a video. Let's see.
Really cool. She's just a giant bat on stilts. That's super cool. I love it.
It's so cool.
So I'll come back to those. I'm looking for this guy, and for some reason, again, my computer is all messed up. Yeah. I thought you had sent me a video of him.
Are you thinking of the Pumpkin Lord?
Yeah, the Pumpkin Lord. Yes.
He was from last year. He was the icon from last year was the Pumpkin Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, he had his big pumpkin out front, closer to the front of the entrance, and like a lot of people took photos, and he like said stuff, and smoke would come out of his pumpkin and things like that. But Dr. Oddfellow has one of his circus trailers that is right towards the front, and he does this type of show and has a microphone and talks to guests, and then he'll come down and like intermingle with them and stuff like that.
Wow.
Okay.
Is something more scary than the other? Is the scarier than the houses? Or it just depends?
I think it just depends on what you're afraid of.
Right.
To be honest. I do think the houses are scarier than a scare zone. But that's my opinion. I typically do not get scared in anything. Like I'm not a scary person. I've worked in the Halloween like theme park industry in the past, working at SeaWorld. So that kind of like really calmed me down with this types of stuff. So I just walk through.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Dave, what you gonna say?
You've done all 10 houses already?
Yes, all 10. Day 2, I completed all 10.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah, I think I may have. Go ahead, Don.
Okay. Let's say someone doesn't get a frequent fear pass, and they got one night to do. What would be your must do, and don't worry about houses? How would you plan that night for them?
Oh goodness. Okay, so if they're just doing a single night and they're not doing any sort of express or have a disability pass, if they're just going as plain Jane people, I do have my ranking, which we can touch on a little bit later, but I would say I would at least give them my favorite things, and I would just say go get in line. So, for instance, my top house is Monsters, Universal Monsters Unmasked. The best. I love all the Universal Monster houses. That's like my favorite. I like all the original monsters, but this house specifically has done it every single time that I've gone in this year. So I would be like, okay, well, here's my favorite, so go do it, and I would like to see if they would like it. And my thing is just like get in line. Don't. Yes, you can find the lowest wait time. Sure, jump in and just do it. And if anything, you can grab a drink and grab a snack, and then get in line, and that kind of hopefully will help speed up your time. But I just say don't waste your time and just get through the houses as fast as you can.
Right. Yeah.
I know
so this year
it's a little easier to say.
That house in the past couple of years has had the classics Dracula and stuff like that, Frankenstein, and this year I know that they have the Phantom of the Opera. They have some newer characters that they've added to that, so that did look like a really cool house. That when I was watching the vlogs on it, and it looked kind of creepy. So that is your number one.
It is. It's my number one. It was my number one the first day, and then the next day I went through Last of Us, and I was like, that's my number one. And then I went back through Monsters, and every single time I've gone through it again, it has been stellar. And actually, my friend who's in my room right now chilling with her mom, we went through this house. It was our first time going through this house together. And so real quick, if you look at the top, that's Phantom on the left, top right is the Invisible Man, bottom left is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and then the other side is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. So those are the four monsters. There is no storyline. It's you're just going through. Primarily, it is Phantom. The whole opening is Phantom, and then the other monsters come through there. But there's a part where Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, comes out, and he's scary, like a terrifying, hairy monster with a shirt on. He's like, ah. But he comes back to back. His scares are actually 3 different times, back to back. And of course, you don't always get them, but we were walking through, and the first one comes out and scares my friend's mom. And so it's my friend, her mom, and me in the line. And we were going into our next room, and my friend turns around to look at her mom because her mom got scared. And then as soon as she walks through, the next one is right here in her face.
Oh, no.
And screaming. And I didn't know she stopped, and she's going, ah! And so I keep walking. I look up. He's right there. And then she falls back onto her mom and then onto me. And I just stop and catch them and lift them up and just shove them back. It was so funny. Yeah, that
sounds very exhilarating.
Does that house play Phantom of the Opera music?
It doesn't.
Oh, wow.
No.
That would have been really cool.
I do try to sing a little bit of it.
Yeah. Well, Universal probably doesn't own the rights to the music.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Here's the Last of Us house again, based off both the game and the series. Who's the main actor that's in this?
Then the show, it's Pedro Pascal. His character's name is Joel.
Right. Pedro Pascal. He's the one that also.
We never watched this, David. We were supposed to watch it, right?
He plays the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty big actor in that. I don't know who this is, but she's pretty creepy.
Yeah. So this is part of the Zodiac's scare zone. So this is a big part of Dr. Oddfellow. And I say that because this is the Scorpio sign.
Oh, okay.
So if you see right where her big, I guess the pincers are, so her 4 arms, and then that big portion, that little golden thing in the center is the Zodiac sign for Scorpio.
Oh,
so every single Zodiac sign, there is one character for them, and they have their symbol on them. And so you can tell, some of them are actually really hard to know if you don't know the signs, but some are really easy, like Gemini has 2 heads, and Cancer is a giant crab on stilts. And so that's the cool thing, is that all the Zodiacs have that, and she's actually my favorite. Although my moon is in Scorpio, so I'm kind of like, I get it. I like it. I am a Gemini, though. I am a Gemini.
So am I.
Yeah.
You moved to Scorpio?
Wait a second. Don, it's Don's week tonight to be naughty. So this next photo is very cool, and I know the backstory to this. This is Mel's Drive-In, right? But for the Hollywood Horror Nights, they take out certain letters, so it says Mel's Die-In, which is currently closed for refurbishing, but they do have food out on a cart that they are selling. But I think that's a really neat twist. Like, Universal doesn't miss details with Hollywood Horror Nights. And Kim was asking about scare zones. So Kim, like, you could be walking through a scare zone and like somebody will come up from behind you with a fake chainsaw, but it sounds just like it, or they slide on like these metal knee pads and like slide right past you and scream, and then sparks come out from the metal knee pads and stuff. So the scare zones could be
the videos with you. So it's kind of like a big free for all haunted house kind of feel with themes.
Yes.
It sounds like I would love it. I mean, I would definitely be somebody screaming and freaking out, but I love Halloween. Like, I like scary Halloween, I have to be honest. I love the movie Halloween from the 70s is my favorite. But I'm wearing my Stranger Things t-shirt tonight.
Your teacher things.
My teacher things.
That's cute.
It is cute. Kim always comes up with really cute t-shirt ideas, but I came up with the take on the Taylor Swift song. I said, "It's me. Hi, I love Disney. It's me." So I want that shirt made for our next Disney trip.
Okay.
That's mine.
You copied. I made a shirt first that said, "It's me. Hi, I'm the teacher. It's me."
That's nowhere near as good as mine.
That has to do with Disney.
Yeah, for Disney, right? Aaron sent us some short videos, and I now have them all loaded, and I found that guy. But let's just go through them, and we'll talk about the each clip. So here's the first one.
So that is the end of the Death Eaters for their little show that they do. So typically in the past, the Death Eaters have always been in California for their Halloween Horror Nights. And here in Orlando, they've always done a quick show in Islands of Adventure. And so this year is the first year that they're here in Universal Studios at Diagon Alley.
And so they are from Harry Potter, for those who don't, right? Yeah. And people
so
like flip out over this.
Oh, absolutely. And so we went to go see them real quick. And they just they do an opening segment. They walk around. It was really cool because one of the Death Eaters, a guest who had a wand, started to try to duel them with their wand. And the Death Eater played along. Like, they did a whole battle. They had like a huge circle around them, and they did a whole battle of with their spells and everything. And of course, it was actually pretty silent. No one said anything because Death Eaters don't really talk. But the guests didn't say anything, and they were just going at it and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then they bowed. If you've seen Harry Potter, they bow at the end of their duel, and it was it. And the whole crowd went crazy because the performer just played along and did it. It was so cool.
It's really neat.
And
there's
so
a second clip here of them as well that you shared. I don't know. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that's just them walking around. It's a cool little experience, especially if you're a Harry Potter person, to check out during this event.
Right. Here's another video, and Aaron's going to tell us about this one. So that is in the Shipyard 32 scare zone, which is over by Fast and Furious. And that scare zone makes 0 sense. Although all four scare zones have something to do with Dr. Oddfellow. That one just has Dr. Oddfellow's symbol around it, and it says Dr. Oddfellow on one of the set pieces, but it's a whole bunch of old costumes from years past in scare zones or houses, and the monsters are just kind of walking around, just trying to scare people. I don't remember ever seeing that bat in the past, so it's probably years before that I started going to this event, but she's always there, and the costume's really pretty, and you can take photos with her, and she's on stilts, and she'll just open up her wings. And I just wanted to get a cool video of my favorite
scare actors that were around during the event, and that was one of them.
Cute.
It almost sounds like Bob Chapek designed that scare zone.
Oh God.
Just a random stuff.
But if Bob Chapek designed one, he recently was quoted in an interview as saying his 3 years at Disney CEO were hell. So I'm sure his scare zone would be quite scary. Let's see what the the next clip is. Hopefully this plays okay.
So that is right when you walk in. So right after you scan in your ticket, you just walk down a little bit, and that's part of the Zodiac's scare zone. If you see if you remember the emblem from on that person, that's Dr. Oddfellow's emblem. It's just some sort of like kind of demon-y Zodiac kind of sign, and so all of his like minions and stuff have that symbol on them in some sort of capacity, and that one is just one of his minions. It has no correlation to being a Zodiac sign, but he's really cool, and I was like, oh, he's walking this way, and I can get the facade, and then he ended up coming close to the camera, so I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, they all seem to do that. It's really cool. They all kind of get in there,
right?
Yeah, if you're like taking a photo and a video, they definitely will interact with the person, or like vloggers come through, they'll like do something extra, because got to do it for the social media.
Definitely. I think I found the pumpkin guy finally. Let's see.
How's it hanging? God. Great. David Pumpkins.
Where are you from?
David Pumpkins, man.
David Pumpkins.
Any questions?
No. Where are you from?
Okay, I forgot I sent you David S. Pumpkins. So
David Pumpkin.
David S. Pumpkins is funny but creepy.
You know who he is?
No.
I've heard of him before, yeah.
Okay, he's from Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Who plays him is Tom Hanks in all of the Halloween ones, but they brought him to the Peacock bar. It's sponsored by Peacock, the streaming service, and it's just a bar that's there. But either a Purge, like a girl from the Purge comes out and like you can take photos with her, or David S. Pumpkins is there. So David S. Pumpkins is just a character from Saturday Night Live played by Tom Hanks. And he has these two like skull people behind, like with him. And it's funny because if you watch the clips from him, so if you haven't seen them, definitely look them up on YouTube. They're really funny Saturday Night Live videos. But what's sad about him being at that area is he doesn't storyline with you. And he doesn't do anything besides, what's my name? I'm David S. Pumpkins. Any questions? Watch this, where he does his dance from the show. And then if you ask him a question and he like just doesn't answer it, he'll walk away. But he does this like sidestep, like with this grin that is all in character. It's all in character, but he just will leave you. He'll just walk away.
Right.
He's very good at it.
Yeah, and in his clips, like in the actual show, he says like other things. Like one of the clips, they're like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "Before," because he was already in the scene before, and so he does do short interactions in the actual show, but this character does not storyline with you. So that's the sad part, because I have seen all the David S. Pumpkin stuff, and he was like he was just interrupting with his next line. It makes people laugh, sure, but it's okay. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but he's just like going through the line, saying the same thing over and over again.
Hey, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
We are just finishing up on our Hollywood Horror Nights topic. We have one more video here from Aaron, and let's see which one this is. I think this is the Megans or something they're called.
It probably is. Yep, that was them leaving their set. The Megans have set times. I don't know where they're at. We've tried to find them. We see them leaving or ending their set during their meet and greet, but we haven't seen them dance yet.
So I saw some video, some vlogs of them dancing, which is pretty cool. They're all pretty much in sync and creepy.
Did we get anything from the Stranger Things house?
Oh, yeah. So Stranger Things, if you love the show, you'll like the house. It is not scary whatsoever. They do a lot of cool effects that if you watch season 4, you're like, okay, this is super cool that they did that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a house like in the past when they brought it before is for the aesthetic and for the fan, not to be scary. There is some scary, like if you get scared, yeah, there's some jump scares in there, but they definitely focus on the show.
Yeah. That's
100%.
That's still really cool though if you love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And then lastly, they do have have a couple things, but they have the show is they do it a few times through the night. It's called Nightmare Fuel: A Revenge Dream, and it's just a story from the past 2 Nightmare Fuels that they do, and it's a very adult show with magic and aerialists and fire and dancing. It's a full thing. But it's definitely a really good show, and I watched it for the first time, this new show, last night, and it was very good. Probably my best out of all of them that they've done. Let's see, what else can I give that are tips real quick? Oh, I want to give my ranking first. So here's my ranking from 1 to 10.
Yeah, give us your 1 through 10. Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I actually just edited this before we started the show, but 1 through 10 goes in Monsters, Last of Us, Yeti, Oddfellows, Darkest Deal, Blood Moon, Chucky, Stranger Things, Exorcist, and Dueling Dragons.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Stranger Things kind of towards the end.
Yeah, that was. It's based off if it can scare. What was that?
Halloween the movie. I thought that
No,
was
Kim said she thought Halloween was one.
Oh, that was last year.
No, not the.
Oh,
Yeah.
they didn't come back with it. Oh.
No, that was last year.
No,
Which
they
was a
don't
really
know
good
it's a
house.
repeat.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Did
That was
they
one
have
of my
Michael
favorites.
Myers?
Oh, everywhere, all over the place. They had a room of just a whole bunch of Michael Myers, and some were people and some were mannequins.
He's
It
my
was really,
He's
it's
my
so
favorite.
good.
Yeah. What, did you eat anything good here? Like some of the favorite, like the big. I know that they have like pizza tots, and I know they do like a spirally potato thing.
Mm-hmm. So,
like
my typical HHN food is the pizza fries. So it's just a bed of fries.
Right.
Yeah, with pepperoni and sausage and cheese, and it's very yummy. They also do like a sweet potato fry one, which is of course what you would expect to be on a sweet potato fry. But I do the classic all the time. It's very good. It's like when you're drunk, it's just good drunk HHN food to get.
Right.
But typically I drink. I just drink usually when I'm there. I'll eat like a big meal before and then I'll drink. This is actually the cup for this year. It lights up.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the reusable one. So this costs $15, and then a refill of beer or drink is $12, and it's 20 ounces. And what's really cool is that when you let's just say beer because that's what I drink.
Wow.
If you just went to go get a beer in a plastic cup, it's 12. Sorry, my friend's bringing me the other merchandise real quick. Thank you.
Let's see. Thank you, friend.
You want to see it?
Everyone's thanking you. So this is the reusable cup by Coca-Cola for the Coca-Cola fountains. This is that cup this year. This is cool. About $18 a piece or more. If you buy more together, it's cheaper. But that's how you just get your reusable, refillable sodas and stuff like that. So that's this one. And then with this, if you get a normal cup, it's 16 ounces. And this is 20 for the same price of $12.
Right.
Yeah,
so that's a good deal.
Yeah, it really is. And so actually, this is my second one already, and I broke the first one. But I love it.
No.
And then I have my little holder for it. It's just a little sling.
How cute.
Oh, cool.
So is it generally like a kind of like a younger scene, Aaron, or is it like families as well? I mean, it sounds like kind of like drinky, like Epcot Saturday night feel, or is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both. This last night was full of like teenagers because this is their off time from school. So there was loads of teenagers just standing around everywhere in massive groups, not doing anything in the walkway. And I'm like, you have to go somewhere else because I'm trying to walk.
That's what teenagers do. They hang around.
They
They
do.
loitering.
Yeah. It is a lot of adults, and then there is some kids where you're like, you shouldn't be here, but they're allowed to. I'm like,
oh, cool.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. I love the graphics, and I like the font that they used for it.
it actually glows in the dark. The merch is
cool.
Yeah, I have one other thing. This is a hoodie.
That's awesome.
This is all 5 of the like famous houses. Yeah.
Kim loves hoodies.
And then, so comfy. And then if you ever go, the one thing you should try to do before we move on is stay and scream, which is either separate ticketed thing if you just have like a day ticket, or if you have an annual pass or a day pass to Universal, you can stay and scream. So the park closes at 5.
Right.
You have to be in the park before 5. At 5 o'clock, if you're not scanned into the park as a Universal Day guest, you cannot enter anymore. So I usually go around 4:30, get into the park, and then there's 3 areas that allow you to stay and scream or early access to a good house. So the ones that this year are Chucky, Last of Us, and Stranger Things. So it's a zone that's roped off.
You can line up and wait.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's a lot of hurry up and wait. It's over an hour of waiting, but you do have restroom access, food, drink, and you just start getting in line and waiting, and then you can just start going to the houses. And that is another good way, Don, to like add to your earlier question, to really be able to knock out a bunch of stuff. Opening night, we did 4 houses in an hour just from Stay and Scream. So it's if you do it right, you can get a lot of stuff done, and sometimes get all 10 houses done in a night if it's right.
This reminds me of like
what was that?
What is the average time to wait for a house? Like just on average?
An hour.
Okay.
Is a good average.
Be a Fright Fest, David. Like a lot of people around here go to Fright Fest. I'm sure that this is much better than Fright Fest.
Right, on a whole new level.
We have Great Adventures Fright Fest that we should probably try to go to. Donald, are you going to go? You and Marie?
Probably not.
No. Okay. Not your thing?
My reaction to someone scaring me is to become physical.
I get
so. So it's not a good. Yeah. Training automatic training kicks in, and next thing you know, I have someone by the throat.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. I know though, it's true. We went to like a rinky-dink little haunted house last year in the daytime here in New Jersey at like a farm. I mean, it was scary though. It was pretty good actually, and like
silly.
Colton was like yelling at the guy, and I'm like, Colton, you can't get mad at them. He was like, well, why are they doing this? And I'm like, it's the point. But yeah, it was silly, but I was
scared. Yeah,
silly haunted houses like the Haunted Mansion, some of the other haunted houses I've been in, not a problem. Haunted houses where people get within my comfort zone is the problem.
Yeah.
Interactive,
there was a haunted trail that we went on one time, and it was fairly tame. And what happened was, as we parked the car and walking through the parking lot to get to the main building where you got your ticket and got on the trail. Some kid, this teenager or whatever, jumped out from behind a tree. All I saw was someone coming out from behind a tree in the parking lot, and it was. I had the guy by the throat, and Marie was like, "Don't do it, don't do it."
Get him a body bag.
Well, my father is a veteran, as you know, like you, and he's a Vietnam veteran, so something like that it just unfortunately will never be fun for him. So I get it. He will not be able to go to something like that.
It's just one of those.
You guys want to switch gears real quick to
D23? I just switched gears.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm super delayed tonight. So while you guys are talking, I'm like actually talking and then it's coming through. So I'm really sorry again. I'm having really bad Wi-Fi issues down here. So D23 was today, and there's a lot of announcements. I don't know a whole lot of them, but I have a list pulled up in front of me. There were a lot of big announcements, it seems like, and of course the Disney community is crazy over it. So let's start off with some of the ones real quick off the top of my head. Figment will start meeting guests tomorrow as a meet and greet at the Figment ride. So we've got that. Professor Allen is already planning a trip to get down there and meet his beloved Figment.
That is.
The Moana journey into water is opening very soon, and currently right now it's AP pass holders time to go and check it out. There was a test run. So that is opening to the public very soon. Moana will be a meet and greet there on a daily basis as well.
I can't wait for that. The Moana.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also know.
No, I was saying, Don, you mentioned it. Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned before the show, Zootopia is replacing Tough to Be a Bug in Animal Kingdom.
Now that was a surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
So they don't have a date, but a
coming.
brand new show centered on there's a brand new show based on the animated hit in the works for the iconic Tree of Life, which is cool because Tough to Be a Bug isn't all that fun. Continuing with Animal Kingdom. Go ahead.
Yeah. The rumor that's been going around for years, they confirmed that yes, Dinosaur will be becoming Indiana Jones. So that's been a rumor for years.
Yeah.
But they didn't confirm that the land is going over there, though.
No, but Dinosaur will be.
Well, yes, but because last year, like it was in Kanto, they were like, oh, not in Kanto, they were going to do Zootopia, and then they're like, okay, now we're going to do one of two things. But as an animal person, a lot of people are excited to have that area as a Central America, South America land for their animal base, like that set of stuff, since we already have Africa and Asia. And I can see how they could put like Indiana Jones in the back where Dinosaur was because it's the same ride in California. But then like it's weird that you're like, okay, here's this like Mayan temple kind of thing, and then here's Colombia.
And it's so disappointed
with them getting rid of Dinosaur. I know that it was coming, and I know that a lot of people could care less, but it's one of mine and Colton's favorite rides. I think one time we rode it like 5 times in a row, and I'm really gonna miss it like a lot. And I like the Indiana Jones
same ride vehicle, same
and they already have that in California, so I don't really see the point. Like, why take away an iconic classic like Dinosaur? Doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah,
I don't.
Right. Well, so as Aaron was just saying, Tropical America is retheming Dinoland USA. So again, this is a total retheming of Dinoland. Obviously, Bob Iger and Josh DeMauro do not listen to this show, because if they did, they would have took my idea and put the Wookiees and the Ewoks in that area, which was my reimagining idea. But we're going to settle for Tropical Americas and Indiana Jones. I mean, which is like 9,000 years old, and I just don't get it. But
like, it
people like Indy.
Theme, so then why bother?
It doesn't go with Tropical Americas. Yeah,
you don't have to make it done. I just think it's kind of a shame too. Like all the kids that love dinosaurs, I don't know, but it's cool. I guess like
but it was always Indy in a desert, and that's not Tropical America. Like if we're doing a Tropical America theme, think of something else other than
in the temple though.
Indiana Jones.
He wasn't always in the desert. He was in.
He was in Central America in the beginning of the very first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Where-
and where was the
I'm not that
temple
big of a
Juno?
fan of it.
Well, and here's another thing coming from an animal aspect is that whole area is going to have to be redone thus fold. I'm assuming
Yeah,
they
I
are
don't
going to
know.
put animals there because it's not set up for animals at all. They have 2 animals in that land.
What
And none of
animals are in that land?
they have
Right.
Abden storks, which
Yeah.
are from Africa, and then they have the American
Have the-
crocodile, which is
Oh, right, that one crocodile by
Yeah.
a dinosaur. What are they gonna? They. I never.
I thought
We always
I
look
thought
at
you were going to say Chip and Dale.
And
them
Kevin.
too.
yeah.
In other D23 news, go ahead, Don.
I was going to say let's jump over to Magic Kingdom because I thought there was
Well, I've got
a big announcement there. Go ahead.
All right, then I have to skim through this whole list that I have in front of me, which is in an order.
Okay, go ahead in your
Let
order.
me find it because I don't know much about. Let me see. Magic Kingdom. Let's see. I don't.
Pirates of the Caribbean is getting a bar.
Blah, blah. I have no information. Yeah. Right.
Really?
So Pirates of the Caribbean is getting a bar. Well, a tavern. We don't know if there's going to be alcohol in that tavern. They
Country
spoke
Bear
about the
Jamboree.
beyond the yeah. Right. So Country Bear Jamboree is getting a retheming, new Disney music, Disney related music, to try to keep that going. It's getting a tune-up. That's what they're saying.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of details on the Pirate Tavern yet, but coming to Adventureland, Haunted Mansion, Hatbox Ghost. There was an announcement. He's coming, and he will materialize in different parts of the ride, right?
I think so. And then you can see them before you fall.
Michael's asking if we heard when Dinah was shutting down. I'd like to know as well. I'm really praying that it's not before we go in April. So
I think that what they just announced
There's
still
no dates.
Yeah, it's
good.
not even confirmed because Zootopia was never confirmed. This is just another idea because Zootopia is not happening. So nothing is happening at DAC as of now.
So Michael, we have one more chance to get the Iguanodon.
A lot of the announcements today do not have dates behind them. A lot of them are vague announcements. I mean, so Magic Kingdom, they spoke about the Beyond the Big Thunder Magic again, and that whole giant expansion. But they're very vague on it. But they're just trying to pump people up for it. So let me go back to where I was in this list, which is
the tavern in Pirates of the Caribbean. Where is it going to be? Is it going to be are they going to take Tortuga's Tavern and change it? Donald, do you know anything?
I haven't heard anything. I've been thinking about it.
Located near. No, they don't have a lot. It's in Adventureland. It says they don't have a lot of details.
Okay. All right then.
On it. Oga, it's giving off Oga's Cantina vibes, is what the description says. What's going on, Vinny Lombardi? Yeah. So again, a lot of this stuff is very vague. Let me get back to where I was. We talked about Figment. Okay, Test Track. Test Track is getting reimagineered with the help from Chevrolet. They are going to try to pull some information, or they're going to try to pull some inspiration from World of Motion, which a lot of people love that used to be at Epcot. So that is what's going to take place with Test Track. Then they got a new date for the new nighttime spectacular at Epcot, which is called Luminous. These are all very confusing. Harmonious, Luminous. I mean, why does everything have to end with an us? They have a date that's December 5th. So that's the new show, The Symphony of Us, Luminous. Again, every one of these says not a lot of details, but the new show will include fireworks Mountains, lasers.
I heard that they're going to start testing for that
Go ahead.
show soon. I heard that they're going to start testing fireworks for that show soon, at night, like while we're asleep.
Right.
But I did hear.
They should if it opens in December. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to figure out a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for some of the stuff. It's so hard to really get excited.
Moana-
when you know that
the
none
Mo-
of it's going to happen.
I'm back. Right. Yeah, I know. Moana date is October 16th, so that's the official opening date. World Celebration is opening in December as well. So World Celebration, it's time for the walls to come down. That's because World Celebration is scheduled to open this December. So a lot of that space in Epcot as well with the walls is going to come down. And this ties everything together for them. Asha from the upcoming Disney film will also be at Epcot, Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris, where she's going to greet guests. I don't even know. Asha's a new character for her movie. So
Wish.
that's another announcement.
Why would she be in Epcot?
Oh, Wish.
I think she's from Wish.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, she is. You're right. Yeah. I don't know, Don. Yeah. It just
I
says
can see
it here.
in Hollywood Studio.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. We covered Country Bears, Haunted Mansion. Oh, Star Tours. New adventures coming in 2024 for Star Tours, which will include Ahsoka, who will be joining the lineup on the Star Tours videos that you get a choice to see.
Oh, that's fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aaron
Yeah, I
and
know.
jinxed
Too many walls at Epcot. Disneyland Resort. News on Disneyland. Very little news. There's a new attraction coming to Avengers Campus, primarily about the ride vehicle. Disney Cruise Line. So that was earlier in the week. So they showed off the Disney Treasure, officially set sail December 21st, 2024. 7-night voyages from Port Canaveral. Disney Adventure, another new ship. Say hello to Disney Adventure, the latest addition to the Disney Cruise Line. My God, they have a lot of ships.
They do.
Disneyland Paris. Yeah, there's a lot of them. They just showed off a glimpse of the new Frozen theme land in Disneyland Paris. For Shanghai Disney, they gave some details about the Zootopia themed land that are coming to Shanghai. Nothing else too crazy. I don't know what you guys are most excited for. I'm a little bit confused on some of the news because I didn't get a chance to see a lot behind it. Not that excited about any of the news.
I'm on the same boat. It's hard to really get into something when you know it's all just speculation and just like trying to get people excited about something and nothing ever really happens. Maybe one of 50 things happen. So it's like, that's cool. I wish it would come to fruition, but
Well, when I got my heart broke because of Mary Poppins,
yeah,
they were going to retheme that whole back area into Cherry Tree Lane. I was like, yes. And then they said, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not that excited. I'm excited about Moana, but that I knew was coming, so it's not really like anything new. And I mean, I don't think it's going to be like this amazing thing. Maybe it will be, but I just happen to love Moana. But I'm still like, I'm just so disappointed about Dinosaur that it's going to take me a lot to get something else really, really big to get me excited.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we also know,
yeah,
the trams are coming back, to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. So eventually, sometime in the near future, and Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched some vlogs on that Moana journey of water, and to be honest, I wasn't very inspired. It basically looks like a children's water park on steroids. They themed it. It reminds me a lot of Pandora. It's very pretty.
It's
very
built
green,
the same way.
but right, exactly. If you look at a lot of the rock work and even the posts and the wood, it all looks just like Pandora. So I think they drew inspiration from that. But if you're going to call this a journey into water, the water should be doing something cooler than what I saw it was going to do. Like you stand in a certain place and water will shoot in different angles, and then you can like raise your hand and the water will come up higher and higher. But I just thought there would be more to this. Like they took up a lot of space for this, in Epcot. So I think it's a nice
think
shady
about
area.
what was in that space that they took over.
That
Yeah,
I can't read. That was
that was character spot. That was the old character spot.
right.
Yeah.
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 So they basically made a super water park with a character meet and greet.
Yeah. You can meet Moana at DAC and at Epcot.
Right.
And
Yeah.
We need more
Sometimes at the Polynesian.
characters. Yes,
Yeah.
we need more characters.
We do
Quit
need
putting
more
them-
characters.
Quit putting the same ones out.
Yeah.
I liked the character spot too.
I did too. I loved Old Sea
There was
Spot.
a lot
That
of
my
good
favorite.
characters there. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have
I
the
met one of
Disney
my best
Chase
friends there.
Visa card. So
Yeah, we always got a
Yeah.
free character picture.
yeah, we would get the picture and you get to go in there. And that
Mm.
was one of the perks. But I don't think Moana cares about the Disney Chase Visa at all. I don't think she takes credit cards for coconuts.
Nope.
No. Yeah, I mean, and I think people are making a huge deal about this Hatbox Ghost for Haunted Mansion, and I get that people are really serious about a Haunted Mansion, but you're just adding something here that I don't see it as being that crazy or special. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't make a big deal about just adding one overlay or something to a ride, but for the people that love Haunted Mansion, it's a huge deal. I'm still really confused about the Animal Kingdom stuff with just the tie-in. That's the one that's baffling the most here. Like I'm great with the Tropical Americas because it's Animal Kingdom, and Aaron, I think you're right. You can bring more animals into this area, right? Because that's what Animal Kingdom's about.
Yeah, I do think we could add more animals, but the whole area has to be redone because there's literally nothing for animals to be kept in besides those two exhibits that are back to back. But first of all, those animals aren't from Central and South America, and the whole land is just not equipped for it. So a lot of work has to be done if that's something that's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, and the rest of the land does kind of stink. I mean, it's awful. It's so hot, that one whole area where Primeval World was, and there's nothing to do there. You like when our son was little, he did love the Boneyard. He loved it so much. But I'm sure that, I hope that they make another like playground or something though like that, because they used to have Honey I Shrunk the Kids there, and then that playground, and they had the Dino, the Boneyard, and our son's 14 now, so it doesn't matter. But when your kids are little, that like unstructured play area was a really nice thing for them, because believe it or not, even though they're in Disney World, they sometimes need just an unstructured play area where they can kind of run around and just be a kid and not be waiting on a line. And they had both of those there, so maybe they'll add something cool like that to it. But that area itself, is definitely old and kind of lame.
It needs a lot of work. A lot of work.
It does.
Yeah. And I feel bad for that. It's an American crocodile, right? That's in a tiny little area.
I know. I do feel bad.
Come on. Give him some space, man.
Yeah.
We could have a whole new adventure with that, right? He's big. Like, why don't we let him not eat for a week and then put people over a broken bridge? And there's a chance you might be part of the show.
Yes.
That's real Indiana Jones stuff.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think people will be upset over stuff like Country Bear Jamboree and stuff because they're changing, a park opening thing, or Tough to Be a Bug. But, earlier in the day, everybody was like, a lot of news. And I'm like, nothing really too exciting for me, I don't know what you guys think.
Couldn't really care about any of it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just not it.
one of the things that I'm hoping for, if they're going to retheme Country Bear Jamboree, are they going to include a holiday show with this retheming? Because they took the holiday show away from us, and I miss it. I'd like to see something come back.
In that, you mean on the actual Country Bear, because they did one there?
In the Country Bear Jamboree in Walt Disney World, they used to have a holiday-themed show that they would run during the Christmas season.
Right.
And then they stopped doing it.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't see why they shouldn't do that. And that from what I'm hearing, like they're going to tie in Disney music and newer country music into it.
Well,
so
they're going to use Disney music with a country flair, from what I read.
All right, nice. Michael Clements, they should put a bird aviary in there doing Central America. And I have an idea to enhance that. Our co-host, Aaron Tapia, who's a bird trainer in Animal Kingdom, should be in charge of this. Come on.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, well, we joked about it today because we were talking about it at work, because I work with macaws, which are Central American species. We're like, okay, so are we going to have to move to Central America land and not be at the front of the Tree of Life anymore?
No, dude,
the tree's it.
I think you should start training the condors now.
Oh, yes, we should.
The Tree of Life is perfect for that show.
Mm-hmm.
And, when Lefty comes out because his right hand is missing because a condor got it.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So we touched on some Hollywood Horror Nights, and we touched on some D23. Is D23 tomorrow as well?
It started today.
Today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there could be more. Yeah, a little bit more tomorrow, but usually on the first day is when the big announcements come out, right?
I think so.
But we get to see Josh tomorrow in his sweaters and his fancy sneakers, so that's what we got. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I apologize because my computer is in terrible shape tonight, and I'm all delayed here. Like, people are talking and I don't even hear it. So, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to Disney Night Live. We want to let you guys know how much we appreciate you watching us on a weekly basis, and we hope you have a great rest of the weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
And thanks to my awesome co-host. Thank you. Go ahead, Don.
Next week, I will be at the Wilderness Lodge.
Right.
So I probably won't be doing the show, but I might jump in.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm planning to have cocktails at the Geyser Point.
Nice.
So
maybe a bison burger, right?
Yeah, the fabulous Miss Marie and I will be spending the Saturday at the Magic Kingdom, staying overnight at the Wilderness Lodge, and we haven't figured out what we're gonna do Sunday. Hey, you're working at Animal Kingdom Sunday, Aaron?
I sure am.
Go visit Aaron.
Yeah,
we'll have to go visit Aaron.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll be there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to see that. And if you guys do that, take a picture. Aaron, I don't know if you get a chance to interact with people because you're busy, right? But that'd be really cool.
I make time. Don't you worry.
All right.
You better go doing the show, though. Are you doing the show, Aaron?
I most likely will be at the Tree of Life show, but what will I be doing? I don't know yet, but that's most likely where I'll be. But yeah, the other day I did a magical moment, and I took this mom and her 15-year-old son back to see the birds because he was super excited, and I was like,
"Oh wow,
you got some time?" And it's like, "Come on."
Yeah, I'm going to be there in March with my family, and I'm super excited. So, yeah,
Miss Marie,
it's going to be a blast.
Fabulous Miss Marie, if you're watching, go ahead and get us some Animal Kingdom reservations for Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, do it. Do it. We want pictures and videos, and go say hi to Aaron. He, again, is a bird trainer at Animal Kingdom and does both of the shows there. So not only can you see Aaron here on Disney Night Live, but you can see him at Animal Kingdom. So
that's how we met. We did not know Aaron at all, and we were there watching the show. And we happened to take a video of some guy talking about the birds, and it was Aaron. And
it was me.
Mother, look at that.
I love it.
Crazy.
After all.
Stay tuned for our outro here. Once again, have a great weekend, everybody.